In this video, we are going to storefront stock the people who are selling Colonbroom. So if you don't know what Colonbroom is, I'm going to explain. For those of you guys who know what Colonbroom was and is, this probably brings a warm spot to your hearts. But basically, it's an online arbitrage product, and there was a solid amount of time where people were able to get this for, depending on the discounts that you did, anywhere between $20 and $35. And it kind of went all over the place. There were some sections here where it went all the way up to, I think at its max around $85, $90. And then there was kind of like a real nice from May to November period where people were able to purchase this. The site that you were purchasing it from had very strict purchasing limits, but every once in a while you could get more. And then eventually they really clamped down and made this a transparency enabled item and gated for everyone. And then this lovely young man, UAB Palpaladia Matsibai, is selling this, and he's the only one who sells and has access to sell this. But the idea of this is that there were hundreds of people who knew about this lead, who were in the know, who knew how to get this profitably, probably had their ears to the ground, and we could probably look at their stores and find other really good products that we might not know about. So there's a couple different ways that we could go about doing this. The first way would be to look at the sellers who have sold a ton of this. And that would be basically looking at the sellers who were able to, let's say they had friends and family who are purchasing this and sending it to their house, or they hired people to purchase this and have it sent to them. They were able to get around cancels in a lot of different ways. They had other creative ways of doing this. Those would be the people who are selling the majority of this. But then like the average person who got this wasn't their bread and butter. This wasn't their business model, but they found this, it was profitable. It was a good time and they purchased it a couple times. I think for now, that's going to be the type of person that I'm going to target. I'm just trying to target the person who knew about this, was able to get in and out a couple times really well. And we're going to do that through the data offers tab. But real quick, I'm going to check our chat real quick. And we have good friend Josiah here. Yo, good to see you, Josiah. I was just talking to him about this. Maybe he hasn't seen his messages yet. We got Christiana Kordic in the chat. Let's go. We got Jonathan in the chat as well. Good to see you, Jonathan. Jonathan's another really solid seller as well. Yeah, so Colonbroom. Yeah, so let's go ahead and analyze this. We got our W in the chat as well. Good to see you, man. So the way that we're going to go ahead and take a look at the sellers who are on this is we're going to look at the offers tab. So for those of you guys who don't know, honestly, the people in the chat already know this, so I'm preaching to the choir. But if you don't know this, you can go, first of all, basic level. Keepa is a thing that helps you understand the historical prices of your products. Very important, very helpful. Basic level number 2 is you can get this extension and put it on your Amazon page whenever you upload an ASIN here. You're just looking at an ASIN, it's just going to pop up right here. That's level number 2. There's a few more levels, whatever. But what you can do is, because right now we can see, if we look on this bottom section here, this purple blue line is showing how many sellers were on the listing at whatever specific time. And so one seller has been on this listing for quite a while now for the majority of the time, kind of like trickling down for a little while. But so right now, the only seller we see is this. We don't really care about his store necessarily. He just has a relationship with this brand and he's the exclusive seller of it, most likely. But we can look at the historical offers by clicking the data. offers, and then we can click include historical offers. So like I said, I think it would be best to not look at these people who, I mean, that's another way that we could take this. We could look at the absolute like monsters who are on this listing, just like absolutely crushing it. Like they somehow were able to get massive quantity of this on the regular. But I think we're going to scroll down and find someone who's maybe sold like 10 to 50 of these. So we're just going to scroll down pretty far here. And again, there were like hundreds and hundreds and hundreds of people on this listing. So now we're in like the 40, 50 range. All right. So yeah, we could start taking a look real quick. Yeah, so I mean, there's a ton of people in the 40s. I don't know if we want to storefront someone with thousands of feedback or just a little bit of feedback. Maybe someone in the 50 to 200 range. So maybe this guy, Beast Coast Salesman. All right, let's see who this guy is. So let's just click into a storefront. I'm also curious sometimes as well. Do I like actually know these people? It's kind of fun to see like, do we actually like? Sometimes I just randomly click into someone's store and I like know them, which is kind of fun. I want to see this on Amazon though, because I'm wanting to see like their name and address and stuff. So 50 ratings. Yeah, when they have their name like that, like I'm not really gonna know who that is, but they're from Massachusetts. So yeah, let's just click in here and see what they got. So we got Nike Sock Baller moving some stuff. They're also selling these Dymo Electra tags. I've seen these before. I'm curious how they get these profitably because they're like extremely fast moving, but like retail is like around the same price. But I mean, we're kind of just looking and seeing. I mean, if we want to like actually go through this guy's store efficiently, we should pull it up in Seller Amp. So that's what we could do. So we'll just go ahead and go like this. Except there's a lot of people on this listing as well. Here we go. And RW said, great video today on the 8 steps. I appreciate that, RW. I was trying to make it like simple and concise, you know. Yo, we got Joji in the chat. Good to see you, man. Yeah, so let's see if we can take a look at this guy's store through Seller Amp. So cool thing is when we pull up someone's store on Seller Amp, we can basically get some stats about their store. You can kind of take it as you will. Let's say you have a certain category that you really like. If you pull up someone's store and they're not selling much of your category, you could just leave. If they're selling certain brands that you like, you could just go after those. If they're selling different brands, that could also be good. This guy's kind of interesting. I feel like 72 ASINs is not that many ASINs, which is interesting. So, I mean, I personally love like higher ticket items. So for right now, this store does not seem like my cup of tea at all, but we are also looking at his fastest moving stuff. So when you go into someone's store, it's going to show the fastest moving ASINs first. I'm just curious where he's getting these from. Gotta get them for, oh, these are, maybe he's doing like Kohl's Cash or something. You can get these from Walmart. Oh. Nike, Kohl's. Oh, are these boys socks? No. I'm so bad at apparel. Why am I even clicking into apparel? Like, I'm just like terrible at apparel. Not that bad, but selling some video games. Etch a Sketch. I've heard good things about Dr. Teal's. I think it's like they have to come back in stock or something. I never really looked into it. Is this profitable right here? No, not at all. Wait, oh, but small and light probably. That's probably profitable. Because small and light is 12 bucks now. Yeah, people are small and lighting this. I don't even know if I'm gated or not. Oh, that's actually a decent small and light item. So for those of you guys who don't know, Small and Light is a program. I'm just like I'm telling all the basic stuff today, but if someone watches this and they don't know, like, I don't want them to just be completely lost. But Small and Light is a program where if it's under $12, it is small. It doesn't weigh much. I think it's like 3 pounds. You can enroll it into the Small and Light program and save a lot on fees. So for example, without the Small and Light program, if you sold this for $11.50, it would be $5.50 in paid back to you. Without it, it's $6.81. So literally right there, like our whole margin is because of Small and Light, 20%, and very fast moving items. So this is, I mean, honestly, I might try and get my own gate and just sell this because I've been looking for items that I can just move at a small ROI to just boost my volume on my account. And also it's usually higher. Yeah, like it was at 12 for quite a while. I mean, at 12, this is a nice product for this type of thing. That's cool. And it's just right here. You'd have to do your own prep probably on this because that would take a lot of your profits away. But yeah, I mean, we found something kind of like a bulk type item. The new $12 small light is just super cool. I like it. But like I'm not optimized for that at all. Like I have to do all my own listing. What's this? Dude, I cannot stand the tabs. But we're going to keep them open. Actually, not the dymo. So again, I'm gated in this. Walmart. Chewy. Oh, 3 of them though? 466. Way too much. Could have got them on sale or somewhere else. Oh, right here. 356. 318. Yep. So I wonder if he's just literally doing that. And maybe this interested in wholesale pricing. There's probably a way to get this at wholesale pricing as well. And this seems like it sells pretty quick. Anyways, we're kind of looking at like, I don't know if this guy does completely bulk stuff. Oh, goodness. That's high priced for this type of thing. I don't know if this guy mostly does lots of small and light type stuff, or if this, like, I know for me, like in my store, there's some small and light type stuff, and then like my big boys. Yeah, I don't know how this seller is as well, but I'm curious. Like he has a lot of this doTERRA stuff. doTERRA. And I like the high dollar stuff. So let's see what this is. Leave that open, I suppose. Search it on Google, search it on Amazon. 15 milliliters hazmat. So you'd have to FBM this, I suppose, right? Seems amazing to FBM though. Wait. Oh, wait. You can FBM hazmat, or you can FBA hazmat, I think. Okay, so I mean, some people are FBAing this. Definitely upcharging for it. Loud Moose deals 20,000 feedback with such a good name. Okay. I mean, doTERRA. Seems like you could potentially buy this from there. You can get it for wholesale pricing at $75. Wow. Wow. I'm so impressed. I mean, I'm sure you can get it cheaper somewhere else. That's a different product. I wonder if you can get this eBay. I also would have to get ungated. All right. When the UPC comes up like that, it's not a good time. All right. So we're just going to use frankincense. that just looks so juicy, but it's not even the right product. Imagine if we could get this for $17.83. Oh, that would be so nice. Oh, that would be beautiful, but definitely not the right thing. Where's the UPC, the real UPC? You're telling me nobody sold this on eBay? Don't buy it. Here we go. 2 of them. So, oh, so people bought this for $50. I mean, that would work. But then we're getting like other flavors here. Just have to. What? That's so good. Oh my gosh. Well, we might be. I mean, I don't think that's definitely not the norm, but 80% full. Sick. But that's definitely a lead and a half. I don't think it's available right now. I mean, I might as well look, huh? We got any available right now? Frankincense. Oh, this gives me cringe vibes. This gives me cringy vibes. Oh, they selling. Okay. I think it was giving me cringe vibes because the pricing is just so good that they feel fake. I don't know how much they were selling the frankincense for, but they're out of stock hard on that. Oh, okay. So they really, eBay doesn't really have any in stock right now. At the right price. That's too much. Send this guy an offer. Yo, please, sir. Expires 22/11. What were they saying on that notebook? All right, completely irrelevant. Yeah, so this is one like most products, you don't just roll up onto eBay and buy an $85 product for $15 like immediately without doing any work. You'd have to snipe this in some way, but it's possible. I've been neglecting the chat for like the last 10 minutes. We got Entrepreneurial Josiah. What's the next Colonbroom? Good question. Good question. I feel like everyone's got their own Colonbroom, but not as extreme. Like some of the products here on are like pretty solid that not everyone knows about. Raspy says, yo, good to see you, Raspy. We got SL, hello. RW says, grocery is a good idea for small and light, but yes, you will need to do your own prep. Yeah, exactly. But the cool thing about grocery too, though, is like when you're buying high-end coffee makers that are used, like the prep kind of takes a while. But like you're making a lot of money per one. But with like small and like grocery, you kind of like open the box, which surprisingly kind of takes a minute, but you open the boxes, make sure you have what you need, get the ASIN, type in the quantity and the price, and then you print out your 40 F and SKU labels, and then you sticker them, and you put them in the box, send them out. So, yeah, definitely something that you can do. Raspy says certain hazmat you can. Okay. Yeah, I think I was confused. Because like sometimes there's I confuse dangerous goods with hazmat because a ton of electronics are dangerous goods, and like you can definitely FBA those. But the other hazmat, like several summers ago, I was selling 22 caliber ammo, and like cartridges and stuff, and they were hazmat, like the red hazmat, like that. And I had to send them in a different way than the regular Amazon FBA. All right, let's keep going. Gonna go ahead and show my screen. All right, well, yeah, this is a neat one. I'm like, this one's intriguing. I'd have to check real quick. Maybe I'll check later if I'm gated in or not, but I can't do that right now. But our man here loves his doTERRA, so like if you go in someone's store and they have like a ton of the same brands, like they're basically just saying like, man, this brand is great. And like some of us definitely have more than 50 ratings, but like this is a solid seller telling us like doTERRA, man, doTERRA, Nike. He likes his Hoka too. I was never a big shoe guy. I kind of hate apparel. Like it's not my thing at all. But I do like that it's high dollar. High dollar is very, very pleasant to say it in such a strange way. Let's see what else he's got. We got some more doTERRA. We got some very adequately titled Nike women's basketball shoe. The Nike stuff is just very silly like that. It's just the dumbest titles. But I think people do that on purpose. What on earth? Some weird stuff. It's just amazing all the weird stuff that people sell on Amazon. Get wholesale pricing, $75. Oh, this one definitely came down. Oh, that's sad when you see someone selling at $25 and it's $19. So they bought it thinking, yeah, they bought that high. And it was high for like about a half a year. And now it's lower. So now at this point, most likely it's at probably like a pretty small ROI, but it still might be profitable if people continue to sell it. I'm kind of curious. So is there like a pretty easy to find source for this? Spag Moss. There's our seller right there. Scared Too much publicity on the product. All right, where do I buy it? That's what I want to know. Select my region. Hello. All right, well, where do I find it? There's got to be like some easier place to find it. Is it this? 100 grams. Frog Daddy. Some of these. Oh, they're scalping. $799. What? Now, obviously, if you're like sourcing like super seriously, like don't go down this rabbit hole. Like, obviously, this is like the prices come down substantially. Most likely, we're gonna end up finding this for like $12 or something. I'm just kind of curious at this point, like where are people getting this? Yeah, so for that reason, let's just keep going. That's obviously not his winner. Some toys. Oh, that looks like toys. Stuffalongs. Stuffaloons. I cannot stand how low ASP this stuff is. So for context, in my store, in 2022, my average selling price was $122, and that was after purposely trying to sell lower priced items sometimes to bring it down to get more volume in my store for account health stuff. Oh, but this is kind of a higher priced item, but it's apparel. Curious about something like this. I like this. Pet supplies. That's been steady in the last several months. Just to see. Actually, what we should do is just be like, let's be done with this guy's store and go on to someone else's store. We've been on this guy's store for quite a while here. I'm going to go ahead and look at chat real quick, though. We got George112. Hello there. Just started on eBay to Amazon. Do you have any tips for beginners? Thanks. Great content, by the way. I appreciate that. Thank you, George. I actually have a video. I just put it out today. I'll get the link for you. But it's my 8 steps to finding profitable products, eBay to Amazon. And so here's the link for that. I'm putting it in the chat. And then also, if you're just curious about the types of things that you can do eBay to Amazon, I do have a list of your first 5 eBay to Amazon products that I'm putting in the chat there. You can just use that link, and I have like 5 examples of stuff. Like that type of stuff is kind of stuff that I go for. And some of those things you can find pretty commonly as well. So you can kind of see like the opportunity actually happen there. And then we got Doug in the chat. Thanks, Seth, and everyone here for all that you contribute to the community. I appreciate you, Doug. Thanks for being here. We have 9 people in the chat right now. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you guys haven't already, please feel free to smash the like button. That way we can have more awesome people in here as well. And hopefully you guys, what you guys should be doing is, if you see Raspy in the chat, like all the time asking good questions, you should like try and like ask him questions and like maybe message each other and like help each other out and stuff. Like make some friendships in here. Like, why not? RW says, don't buy those calculators. I bought them. Hey, yeah. Yeah, that was interesting. And in the video, like usually that doesn't happen when you just like go look for a new product. Like usually you have to like check the link a couple times, but like found them immediately. And like, I'm about to go to Thailand and Miami, so I cannot do prep at this point. So I'll just order it to my house and it'll just like stay outside my house for like 9 days. I can't do that. But if you can do your own prep, that type of stuff's great. George 112 says, thanks, bro. Your content is super useful. I appreciate you, George. Let's go see if we can find another Amazon seller from this Colonbroom listing. So I'm going to go ahead and bring you guys inside my screen. We're going to, oh, I didn't mean to close that. I want that for later. I want that high ASP. That's my favorite stuff. Just open that, keep that to the side. Keeping all the things that I'm like low-key slightly interested in off to the side here. Yes. So this is the guy's store. I was very curious how and why he's getting these profitably, but wait, I think I remember people were selling them for like 17 at Walmart, I think. Which I think is pretty low ROI here, but it might be like 20, 30%. Just like the idea of selling a like a tech item for like 20% ROIs like doesn't sound super amazing to me, but it'd be worth it. 17. Oh, is it 30? 33? We'll do this because I thought I had seen a Walmart listing for this. Oh, $42.99. Walmart third-party seller. I've heard that's some good stuff, but also I think there's situations too where like a third-party seller will be in stock while Amazon's out of stock or Walmart's out of stock, and then if we check this link, it'll be Walmart's price. Wait, I think that's a different model. No, it's the same model. But we also have a Target for 21, Staples, Office Depot, Newegg, Quill, eBay for $13, but it's used. Label City. A lot of out of stock. I'm curious if this is like how hard this is to find eBay. I mean, this is the type of thing is just like too low ASP, because when you search this and like you finally find one, it's going to be like $5 profit. So like unless a seller is selling like a bunch of these, it's not really going to be that great. So we want to filter by new. Not all this garbage. Yeah, so I mean this one's 22, but yeah, so for that reason, we're not going to keep looking. The point was we were going to go back to Colonbroom. So we found some interesting stuff from a 30. He sold 36 of the Colonbrooms. Let's scroll up just a little bit. And so I wouldn't storefront stock this guy because this guy's a monster. And like we don't have our own warehouse and we aren't doing massive wholesale. So it's just not going to be relatable. It's not going to be the right type of stuff for us at all. So 74 feedback. I'm giving him a go. So Express 365 from California. So we know he needs to make a lot of money because he lives in California. So therefore his store is going to be really good, right? That's how it works, right? No. Oh, he does like his higher ASP type stuff. This is some high ASP for this type of category. This thing moves and it's high priced. It's a mover. Not too many people on the listing either, which is interesting. A lot of sales. I mean, this looks like Like we say it on like we say it on YouTube all the time, or at least I feel like I do. Like if you want to find a similar item to the profitable item that you found, storefront stock off that item because those sellers probably like the same type of item. This is literally like health and household. The other one is health and household. Like literally like a very similar item. Seller App is showing a lot of sales for this rank. But yes, so that is interesting. So for a long time, there was one young man selling this for a very long time. His name was Swanson Health Products, the Loch Ness Monster himself. And then he raised his price. And then other people came on. So I'm curious if Mr. Swanson is guarding his listing, because if he's sending IPs or counterfeit without test buys to people, that is risky business. So like if there's one dude who just like looks like he's just like owning the heck out of this real estate, I often just stay away from those. But yet it's also probably a good opportunity as well, if you're okay with that type of risk. Young man's right here. Let's see if we can find him on Facebook. He just has his name. Just turn this into a from storefront stalking to real life stalking. I'm sometimes curious, like who are these sellers? Like, what are they doing? Like we just see Mr. Swanson, and he's just like, just doing his life stuff. All right, so where could we would need to get this for $50 to make it a 40% ROI. Realistically, probably be more like 30% ROI would be great for us. So search this. Where else? Uh-oh. We can buy it for 2,800 ZAR. Perfect. Because that translates. Because that translates. I'm just kidding. I don't know what that is. Wantedall.coa.za specializes in hard to find products that are shipped from hand-picked US suppliers. Interesting. It gives me sketch vibes as heck, but it's probably a good site. Nepal you buy. Swanson. We found the young man himself. There he is. I mean, actually, Swanson is, I forgot, Swanson's like a real life store. $25% off Swanson brands. I was about to get excited. 25% off of this. I've been neglecting the chat real quick, so I'm gonna go ahead and stop sharing for a second. We got laugh more in the chat. On Keepo, when you want to analyze items for the storefront, put the eBay new price column in front to save time. So I'm just trying to think what you mean. On Keepo, when you want to analyze items for the storefront, put the eBay new price. Oh, can you do that? Let's mess around with that. That would be super cool. If that was accurate and worked, like that would actually be a big deal. But on Seller Amp. So let's go ahead and get in this young man's store. Oh, what am I doing? Go like this. We're looking for fits. Oh, he's FBMing. Whatever, we'll just go in his store. So we can slide the eBay price over to the side. Says laugh more. So let's give that a go. Yeah, I have no clue where that is, laugh more. If you want to let me know, like, feel free. I kind of just don't. Let's see what he said. On Keepa, you want to analyze items for the storefront, put the eBay new price. So if I'm looking in their store on Keepa, so I'll do it like this. Offers, Mr. Where is he? Where did our guy go? Doesn't matter. Oh, here we go. All right, so in Keepa, put on Keepa to have it open. Which one did I click? Here we go. And storefront. Oh, why have I never thought of that? That's so smart, Laughmore. Of course. All right, so eBay. It's somewhere around here. I'm probably going to scroll right by it. Yeah, here we go. So you can scroll that over. That's a really good idea, Laughmore. I'm curious if for how many of these things does it actually pick it up or not, but did it? I'm such a boomer with this. Sorry, no offense, guys. I'm going to refresh the page so that everything is normal. When you look over on your phone and someone counteroffered something. All right. eBay was way over here. But then I dropped it somewhere. Oh my gosh. All right, technical difficulties, guys, but we're trying to get this eBay thing to work, because if this eBay thing works and we can actually see the new price of eBay on this Keepa search, that would actually save a lot of time. eBay used. All right, now I need to just go find it again. This is ridiculous. Sorry, laugh more. This is taking me ages. All right, I'm just going to click in again, and maybe that'll work better. Storefront. Configure columns. Here we go. eBay. I go by eBay. Probably do both. That would be pretty neat. And then if I could just uncheck a bunch of these, that would be great. I've never actually messed around with these before, but like I do not care about all these things. I mean, the image would be nice. I don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. Don't care. This price, yes. You could probably go in here and just make it like super efficient. It's not the time for that, but let's see if we can actually get our eBay price. That would be lovely. eBay new. All right, so now this needs to be over. Trying to not lose track of it this time because This is okay. So eBay new, except like why is the eBay new not really showing up for anything? Maybe because these aren't really the type of items that are on eBay. That's probably it. So we should probably find a storefront that's actually selling eBay items. All right. There we go. eBay new. And then if we scrolled over the actual buy box price, that would be good as well. Because it'd be nice to see both of those things. Thanks, Laugh More. Learn something new every day. All right. So is it actually going to stay like this if I leave and go to someone else's store? That's the question. But let's scroll any of the items coming up on eBay. Not really, but also these are items that don't seem to be eBay-like. Let's go to something that I know people buy and sell on eBay. Maybe like, yeah, like a TI-84 or something. We got so many tabs open. All right, off, get off. Texas Instruments. Except this item is, people still get it new on eBay. This is better for used. Interesting name. Oh, and we need this open on Keep It anyways. Oh, of course they don't. They don't track it. All right, what's another product that we could look up that's new? Well, what were we talking about before here? Just like a random. How about like a go to another calculator? I mean, literally in the video we talked about the Sharp EL something. I mean, look at all these models that we could look into. It's glorious. But let's take a look at the, yeah, like someone like that maybe is getting it from eBay. Someone who sells office products, trying to test this feature out. Taking its sweet time. Yeah, and you must keep going. Yeah, exactly. Let's see if this will actually work for us. So I mean, this guy's a big store, but see if any of the items can be gotten from eBay. So that'd be cool to give that a try. Storefronts. Loading. Hey, that's cool. Yeah, see how we were on the other guy's store? And there was basically no eBay new. But on this one, like he's actually selling the types of stuff that actually could be on eBay. Which is neat. So, I mean, the thing is, though, is like, even with something like this, like I guarantee you someone, like people, is this the current eBay price? Yeah, the lowest. I wish they would show the lowest ever used new price. That would be a big deal as well. Because there's a lot of situations where yeah, I'm not seeing it. There's a lot of situations where like there's going to be some dude at like 68, but like let's like take a look and see what's been happening on eBay here, because I guarantee you someone has been selling this at a price that would work. Oh, yeah, like right now. almost. Let's take a look here. That's close. Yeah, I mean, right here, I mean, you got a $9 profit. It's like first look. So it's like nice to see that this is here and a thing. And also there's going to be lower ones. Like if we sort by lowest, I mean, I think they're just showing just a random one, I think. Sort by new. That's the lowest right now. You could send an offer on this one. But the solds, there's probably cheaper than 34. Like that's happened in the past. No, maybe not. We got this stock picture for like 28 from Nandrews. Yeah, so I mean, honestly, you don't find this much cheaper than $30. This isn't, so like after looking at the solds like this, like spending a ton of time looking for this product, you're just not going to find that much. At least in the new category anyways. So, oh, this is a fast mover though, which is nice. So you could just, also another thing, it's sad that I discovered this the other day. Or at least I think this is the case. I think in some cases, FBMing it is cheaper. So let's say this is a 1 pound item, let's say, sure, $8.50 shipping. So let's get this on here so you can actually see. So this is the FBM fulfilled by merchant calculator. If you were to sell this at $52, fees, this is how much your shipping would be. And buy cost, it just has, oh, it already has the buy cost in there. So that would be, oh, so that's less. I saw with some shoes, it was more for some reason. Like you made more. Because it's higher to FBA it. Anyways, I mean, 24% on this fast of a mover is actually not too bad, but yeah. Let's keep looking though. So we are on this. Where do we go here? We could actually take a look at this big store, see what he's selling. I've never heard of this brand, Victor Printing Calculator. It looks exactly like a Sharp. Quantity. This guy has so much quantity of these things. He had 1,000 of the other one. He had 543 of this one. And so I don't know if you guys saw the 8 steps to sourcing video. But in that video, I kind of suggest items that are above $50. Because again, like by the time an eBay seller ships this £1.50 item to you, he had to pay like $9-10 shipping. And like, even if you were to sell this and get this for free, it's only $33 profit. So like your time and effort's going to scale. Like if you find these more expensive items, at least eBay to Amazon, unless you're able to get like multiple of these. But what's the chances of someone on eBay having like 15 of these? A little bit less, unless you come in contact with Office Essentials and he's trying to liquidate everything. But other items are going to be a higher chance of you actually getting them profitably, and a lot of them. So if you're going to go after one-offs like this, trying to find a more expensive item, I think is helpful. Like, I mean, that one's $64. I'd love something even more though. Yeah, like that. Like, that's probably good. We got 10 people in the chat. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. We're trying to see if we can get this Sharp EL 2196BL. Actually sells pretty quick. See if we can get this profitably. Again, this guy's an absolute monster. 544 in stock. This guy's an animal. All right, so let's say his buy cost. I don't know what his buy cost was, but let's close out of these. Close out of these. Let's say his buy cost. I don't know. Maybe he's doing some wholesale or something for like $55. That would be pretty neat. That's a lot, but 544 times 55. This young man has $29,000 invested in the Sharp EL 2196BL. That's a lot of money in one product. All right. So if we can get this for $46, that's a 40% ROI. Oh, we don't like it when it does that. See what the landscape's like here. I want some new. Want some lowest first. I don't want those. No, I am a little curious about like something like this. Sometimes when it's like this and I don't care, I just take my phone and like scan it. But yeah, especially when they don't have the UPC down here, I'm always a little curious. We'll just leave that open. Leave that open over there. Very cool. It just drives me insane when like they just have this product here and they have no picture of it. And the guy, just to add some more trust, has zero feedback. So those types of products I usually just don't even buy. I could be doing it wrong. If you're doing your own prep and you have a really good understanding of the products coming into your house and what they are, that could be one thing. But yeah, because then they'll ship you this that's not even new. So we got open box, brand new, $41.95 plus $13.45, $55. So that's too high. That would be, I mean, that would be a small profit. That would be our 28% ROI. That's like pretty good. You could message this guy and be like, I mean, maybe I will actually. Like, hey, can you do 31? Hello, young man. Could you do $31? If so, I can pay right now. I accidentally send that. So cringe. All right. Hello. Could you do 31? If so, I can pay right now because I'd be willing to pay another $11 off. That would be 44. Yeah, that's nice. That like suddenly changes it from like meh to like I'd be very happy to sell $26 profit item that's 15K ranked in office products. Let's go ahead and check the chat. We got Christiana Kordick in the chat to add trust, the most trustworthy. She could hear me laughing about that freak with zero feedback. I legit, like, if I was a terrible person, like, I would just have eBay accounts and I would list items like that I didn't actually have. And I would just have people buy them, and like probably 20% of people wouldn't even notice. That's like a terrible, terrible thing. Um, and God has changed my heart, so I wouldn't do that. But yeah, I mean, honestly, like there's some people who just like don't pay attention to their transactions, and like they're up to no good. It's the wild, wild west out there, guys. And on that note, it has been an hour. It's been a pleasure, guys. Thank you guys so much for hanging out. If you want to know the 8 steps to finding profitable products, eBay to Amazon, go ahead and check this out. It's a video I put out today where I kind of go in depth on how I like to find products eBay to Amazon and how you can build out a sheet of items that you can replenish over and over again. But yeah, also, guys, if you happen to be in Miami for the Sellers Conference this weekend, the weekend of the 18th, love to connect with you. Send me a message on Instagram so we can hang out. Probably a lot of people will be getting dinner and hanging out and stuff. But I'd love to see you guys there. If you are there, if you're not going, I'd love to see you next year if I end up going again. But hope you guys have a good night and take care.